Those epaulets deserve a room of their own.
I bet you the keys go in there, maybe. Except we used all the keys. It's like treasure, right? It's like you're sacrificing all these items you gained on the quest. Maybe he just gets keys? No. Let's do a hint. Oh. Keep exploring all the chambers. Oh.
It looks like a piece of 8, but made of stone. It's one of those stone
And then
pieces of
it's
8.
very easy to overlook this stuff. That's why they give you the tab key, but it's also people complaining about pixel hunting. And you don't want it like a big thing with neon signs on it either when you're designing puzzles. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Not an item here. Says, what does it say again on the message?
Observant pirate will pass.
Observant, okay.
Yep, it's made of stone.
All 3 are stone pieces of 8.
The clever eyes put this one above the rank and file. That's why I assume first swab.
They just want an item that's in their very room. It doesn't say like they're different sizes because it's big, little, small.
Cheer up, little guy. You'll go.
That wasn't it. Oh, okay, I see. There's more of these coins. I would have thought it would have been stuck on that one floor. Got 3 of them. Wait, it was right there. Man, that's tiny. Down the stairs. Maybe the big guy gets more. He gets the most. Maybe he gets everything because he has a big chest. There be the number of mushrooms, the number of coins you use? No, because there's more than 5. Let's give them all to the captain because he's the captain.
Those epaulets deserve a room of their own.
Taking back all the coins. Maybe the little guy gets everything. It's sort of like he deserves it because he's the little dude.
Yep, it's made of stone. Yep.
There's not like there's things inscribed on the coins.
Cheer up, little guy. You'll go far. Cheer up, little guy. You'll go far.
Yeah, I get that part. Distribute them among the monkey statues. Oh, that's dumb. Got it. This would be 3, 2, 1. It's 5 pieces. Oh wait, except it's 5. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm missing a coin here. Almost like you're giving offerings at a church or something. Second. I mean, so it's not 6, it's 5. So instead of 3, 1, and 1, it should be 4, 1, and 0. Poor little monkey gets nothing. Sees the poor cabin monkey. Something else in the inventory is a 6 coin. That's a bit of a cheat. There's going to be one more set of these chambers. There's always like 3, right? So like the 3 trials in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
LeChuck, the secret is mine.
Oh, he solved that puzzle. And it has a door that's like a...
You really do suck at puzzles, don't you?
How are you still alive?
You will never have the secret.
I will soon have my revenge.
Then you will forever be cursed.
And you will never escape.
You will vanish with no tails.
No, I will return.
The secret is mine.
Third time be a charm, three-weed.
Oh, he just sucker punched her. And that it's like a regular door in a cave. That's suspicious. Could this be referencing like the Monkey Island 2 ending again?
Next time,
There's the underground passages in the theme park. Okay. What does this last
only
message
the
say?
bloodthirsty pirate will pass.
Bloodthirsty, okay. All these monkey
Looks like his
statues.
arm is hurt.
Bloodthirsty. Could it be the knife? Don't have the knife, we had to give that up. Bloodthirsty, okay. What? Oh, do we have any? Of course, the tab key. The end is coming, I think.
It looks like its leg is hurt.
It's good artwork on these statues. And it
This
gets more
is gonna
like...
be a problem. There's no way I'm getting through there.
Interesting puzzle design. I don't know if I guess my mind is just so fixated on like, oh, you just do one puzzle and go back, but you really have to. A lot of repetition of items, and that once you take it there, you don't leave it. And I sort of thought it had to be taken in stone, otherwise the doors would close. Really like the secret of Knife Island or something. Okay. You. This artwork's great. It's the screaming, the diagonal at the leg. Still stab it though, huh?
That didn't seem to do anything.
Probably some other item I can get. We have like a cup. Here. Let's go back.
There's no way I'm getting through there.
For an item that I gave. Yeah, I'll take the mug. Nice. Maybe I need to take all those items back, come to think of it. What does the liquid look like?
I don't think bloodthirsty is meant to be taken literally.
Like a blood offering. And that's what it says 1460 on the door, I think. Is that a reference to something? Is that a number from some of the other games? Or 1480? That's really cool. Like with the lava coming out of the monkey's mouth. Shit. Okay. Sort of dangerous, right? So those are numbers. I need to go back and see what this says. 1480. Okay.
I don't want to close any more possible escape routes.
And this is a reference to the copy protection of the very first Monkey Island game. $14.80. Okay. Just keep rotating until you get it.
I don't want to close any more possible escape routes.
No button. We switched through everything, right? Oh, I see. We changed the date. This one needs to be right as well. Okay. That's not doing it. Like the music is more intense here. There's no official word in a score, though. Oh, Madison's hat.
So long, Captain Madison. This is like one of those mystery stories where the person has so many enemies, the detectives don't know where to start.
Oops. Stone slab sinking into the lava below the code wheel. There's not, I don't think. Ah, okay, right.
The stone slabs, there's some writing on it. After 4 extra years out at sea, their peg legs grew weak in the knees. 3 steps right, but 2 left, till they fell off the deck, and they met Davy Jones for some tea. After all I've been through, finding some limericks on a piece of stone sinking into the lava isn't all that strange. After
Read it
4
again.
extra years out at sea, their peg legs grew weak in the knees. 3 steps right, but 2 left, till they fell off the deck, and they met Davy Jones for some tea.
3 right, 2 left. 2, 3. I don't remember what it said again. Ah.
After 4 extra years out at sea, their peg legs grew weak in the knees. 3 steps right, but 2 left, till they fell off the deck.
3 right, 2 left. How can I not remember that? I was tired. Too much Monkey Island. 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. 3 right, 2 left. 1480, that part we have. I see, that's the bottom of a face. So that's the flat one. Looks like George Washington with the flat face. Okay. It's pretty tiny again. Okay, and now we do from here, 3 right, 2 left. What? Come on. Oh, and you changed the date 4 times. Okay. Did say 4 years at sea. Wait, no, I need to 1480. Hold on. Yeah, the music's so intense. Three right, 2 left, and then 4 in the middle. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. What could it be?
Huh? What?
Yeah,
It's
I
just
thought so.
mushroom and lava-ridden caves under Monkey Island, and now I'm... Oh no. Not yet.
So in the second game, well, okay, so in the first game, Secret of Monkey Island, when LeChuck is fighting you, he can uppercut you back here to this section. Notice here, though, the bird is on a rope and it's a facade. Is it the theme park? Is that the real thing? Like people were thinking, the ending of the original?
Score! Free popcorn.
In the second game, you go through these tunnels underneath, whatever island it is that chucks in at the end of the game, and one of them comes out here. What do we have? Interesting.
The windows are just pasted on, and they're not even straight.
Glad you finally made it, kid.
Well, Stan?
It's closing time and everyone wants to go home.
Ah. Okay, it's the infamous ending, I guess.
What do you mean it's closing time? I just got here.
This is a
Oh, I
bit
don't
like
have time for this.
the reveal in the
Wait for
movie,
important meeting. Take my keys and shut off all the lights before you leave.
the movie Up.
I'm not liable
No, not
for
Up.
anything that happens after
Us.
closing time.
Guybrush, are you ready to go?
He just works at a theme park.
Yeah, I should have suspected Stan's involvement the minute I saw how cheap and gaudy this is. Heck, nabbit, it's locked. If only there was a key.
You're just given arena keys.
This key doesn't fit.
That you can't. That's funny. Is that it? Really? You can't open the secret? Okay. And they're all like in the Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Or they're on a fixed, audio animatronic characters on a fixed path.
Nice twist adding in Madison, Trent, and Lila. The team up had me fooled for a while.
The secret is mine.
With the robot processing on it.
Well, back to my boring flooring inspector job. Until next time. The switch is locked.
Oh, do the. Also, it's like you're saying goodbye, right? Lights are off, closing time. Kidding. I mean, this is my real reaction to it. Looking kind of wistful here, but every beginning has an end. And maybe there'll be a credit scene with this.
Hey,
And
Ray,
it's
let's renew our vows.
Next time, Plunder Bunny. We need to leave.
just a guy with an overactive imagination. Or he said flooring inspector. The whole thing's doing maintenance. I didn't think it would be this literal. It's still not the whole ending. We don't know what's going to be said here. Plunder Bunny.
I'm ready to go.
Good. Me too.
It was, Low Street, wasn't it? That's great. You get the,
That was a silly ending, and it didn't even make
as
any
the fans say
sense.
about Ron
We're
Gilbert,
terrible
that's
at
funny.
endings.
I thought you liked silly endings. You and Chucky play the ending of Monkey Island 2. Really silly.
That's different. We're kids, and we're just goofing around.
As the
You're
people
one
playing the
who
game
said
are
you can't
kids goofing
change
around playing the
things.
old ones.
You said that's not
Well,
how storytelling works.
I did?
I want to know the secret. You have to tell me what it was.
I kind of thought they wouldn't say what it is.
Your mom was right. It was better not to know. What was exciting for me was imagining the possibilities and talking about them with other people. All
Right.
that would end if I peeked inside
Right.
the chest. So I didn't.
Mom, Dad won't tell me what the secret is.
Are you filling our son's head with your outlandish stories again?
All
I
the
was
games are
telling
just
him the one
stories
about
that
how we
he
found
tells
the
them.
Secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Every time you tell that story, the ending gets stranger and stranger. Let's go down to the docks and watch the galleon head out.
Yay!
I found the lost map to the treasure of Maya Island. It's going to be a fun
Meyer.
adventure.
I'll meet you down there.
I'm tearing up a bit. It's, I don't know, you gotta say goodbye, kind of wistful. The literal turning off the lights. And you had a series of keys to solve a big puzzle at the end, and then you have keys to just end your day at the park. Is there a credit scene? I think there might be. Stick around and see. Well done. That's sort of what I thought it would be, not completely. It's whether I get it right or not with the ending doesn't matter, but just it's there's a lot to chew on. It'll get people talking. I thought it would do that, and it did. It's, you can view that a lot of different ways, and I did rush through the game with the hand, so I'll admit that. It's no secret, especially the last 2 acts. But it was good. I do want to see the discourse, and I do want to contribute to it. It is the tacky fear of missing out, but I do like the adventure games. It's still one of my favorite adventure game genres, probably adventure games, simulations, like, you know, kind of city or economic simulations, SimCity, Aerobiz, that sort of thing. And what was I trying to say? Oh, RPGs are the other ones, like Final Fantasy, that sort of thing. I never see this concept artwork in the credits. It's real nice. And there's going to be some sort of a teaser scene. Oh, is it a curse? I don't know. Like, I get why people are mad at the ending and are going, oh, screw this game. But I think, as someone that grew up with these games, when I played the first Monkey Island, I was 12. And it had been out, only the first 2 games were out, but I only knew of the series. I had read a review about the Sega CD version, I think, in GamePro magazine. And that first, I was 12, you know, my family had just moved to a new state. We moved every 2 years. And it was the first time I was moving to a place that we'd stay in my lifetime up to that point. So you don't have friends, but you have, and you make some friends and stuff at school eventually, but it's also the kind of thing that you're going to move away and lose them. And then, you know, we had the computer, you had these games with, with like the storylines and stuff. It's the characters and the jokes. I mean, they kept me company when a lot of other stuff didn't. Oh, Rob Paulson also voiced the Lookout, Apple Bob. Didn't know he was the Lookout. But they used a lot of the voice stuff was good. It's I go back to, there was an interview with Noah Falstein, who used to work at LucasArts and did some. It sounds like consulting, or it was more than play testing, but in some early interview, and he said, you know, this is something game designers will be studying for a while, and that's right. I think he's absolutely right about that. And this gives me an idea for something, but I won't announce it. But it does wrap up. There'll be more Monkey Island games. And Ron Gilbert said, it's not the end. So, doesn't mean he'll make another one necessarily. Someone else will. Disney owns it, so they'll exploit it, whether it's t-shirts or toys or... I mean, man, people have been joking about this online for a while, but imagine now that with Disney owning all the Lucas stuff, like Monkey Island, if they did a redress of Pirates of the Caribbean with the Monkey Island stuff for one day and put jokes, kind of spoofing the ride. I mean, that would be quite something. And you've seen here, oh, they even credit the individual instrument players. That's great. And all these people all around the world came to make this game. I think the development time, I believe, was maybe 3 years, maybe longer, with the negotiations to just get the right stuff done. And there you see, you know, an animation pose of different hair colors, different sketches, different poses. What does it look like when she's mad, when she screams, when, you know, right? You want to do these things. And we're seeing these people did the translations, localizations, excuse me. I did some... game design. I mean, I've made 2 indie games. I've said that before, but I did some work with you're adding flavor text essentially to NFTs that I think are supposed to be in a game eventually, in some capacity. And we just used the Excel spreadsheets to do it. Like, I was surprised it was something like they've been using Excel spreadsheets to put text in games, or even just straight up Notepad, raw plain text files for years. And a lot of places still do it. It's bizarre. Extra special thanks. Grumble, Noah Faustine, who I mentioned earlier. Jake Rodkin, don't know who that is. In the memory. Oh, that's nice. The music, of course, great in the game. Sound of actual... Oh, they think they're pets. That's nice. That's good. Little sketch of, I don't know if that's Guybrush and LeChuck or what it is. Devolver Digital, that's the publisher of the game. Terrible Toy Box was the developer. What is that? So what does that mean, developer and publisher? If you might not know that. Developer, they make the game. They do the artwork, write it, do the voice acting, everything. Publisher, they do like the marketing side. They'll do like the websites, the advertisements, spend the money for all that stuff. Also, the publisher gives the developer the money to make the game. And, like tip easy mode agency. Like a PR agency. I mean, so they do, the publisher would do things like give out codes to people that stream games or whatever, or PC Gamer, or, magazines, those sort of things, to review the game. In the Walt Disney Company, right? I wonder how many credits will be in here, because that's the parent company that owns the Lucas license. Lucasfilm Games, which is much smaller than it used to be, but was the original name of LucasArts. And so these are producers that they kind of help with the audio manager. But it's all like marketing, right? Marketing on that level. And I think that the people at the Lucasfilm Games in Story Group, wow, interesting. Franchise Story Group. Yeah, so this is like the multiverse, kind of like, not multiverse, that's not a great word, but like the overall vision. How does this tie into all this stuff? Does stuff flow correctly from one thing to another? And it credits, wow, Lucasfilm proper. I wasn't expecting Kathleen Kennedy, of course, has been the president. Done a great job with that. And a lot of legal stuff here, right? Legal counsel, senior clearance specialist, executive assistant. Walt Disney Games. I didn't know Walt Disney had a game division proper, but it makes sense. They used to develop games internally. They typically don't. They have other people do it. In this case, Terrible Toy Box made this game for Lucasfilm, which is then owned by Lucas. What it was called, Lucasfilm Games, whatever it was called. I don't have the name right, but it's a lot of credits going by so fast. Paralegal specialist. I used to do I went to a 2-year program for paralegal and did a little bit of like paralegal work. Very special thanks to George Lucas, who founded LucasArts originally. F-Mod Studio by Firelight Technologies. Terrible Toy Box. Yeah, no, great game. Mild complaints, but it was both what I thought it was going to be and what it wasn't going to be, and all those things. Oh, here we go. Post-credit scene. Knew it. So the little kids are chasing each other. This is at the park at the very beginning. LeChuck is chasing the little girl that has the key. Something new in the scrapbook.
Hey, want to see my Mighty Pirate scrapbook? It's ever since...
It'll have entries for this game we just played.
These are from the
No, just sort of wistful, but there'll be more Monkey Island games. And for me, I think the ending worked. But if you had just gone into this game and not played the other ones, I'm really curious what the reaction to the ending would be.
One time, Elaine got... Oh, man. Then there was the time Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. These are from the time I found the secret of Monkey Island.
Yeah, this is the game we just played. How's it going to
I
describe
started
it?
my voyage at the Scum Bar, but right away I could tell it wasn't going to be like old times. In some quarters, my reputation was a disadvantage.
It's a freaked out Guybrush there. I like that sketch.
I learned more than I ever wanted to know about mobs. The new pirate leaders were focused on sacking and pillaging. But plunder stats aren't everything.
Plunder stats.
They made the unusual
The old
decision
brochure.
to join LeChuck's crew as a way to get to Monkey Island. Serving on LeChuck's ship was an interesting experience.
That's nice. You see the zombie artwork.
My disguise held up great, right up until we were nearing Monkey Island, when it, well, there was a failure. Gullet was my supervisor. Not a very pleasant guy. I got thrown off the ship, but that was okay. I'd gotten as far as I needed to. The actual return to Monkey Island was not what I expected.
Ron Gilbert is all about subverting expectations. Since Maniac Mansion, all the things he worked on with that had narrative in it, right? He does like to kind of flip the tables on
Everybody had a
people.
map. Some more useful than others. Elaine and I rebuilt
That's
the
funny,
old
the
ship
Band-Aid
as a
sketch.
sea monkey, so we could sail back to Melee.
That's when he's kicked
And I
off.
learned some deeply personal things about my nemesis, LeChuck.
This is his food, right?
The temporary pact I made with my enemies turned out to be about 5 minutes more temporary than I had hoped. It was a race to get to the secret first.
Oh, it's all these little sketches. That's cute.
I hunted down all 5 golden keys. I wonder if I was
Let's
supposed
see.
to keep these. LeChuck teamed up with Madison, but that was never going to last. Madison was scheming to betray LeChuck. Lila was scheming to betray Madison and LeChuck. I'm not sure Trent ever thought very far ahead. I broke Stan out of prison. Carla handled earthquake relief as best she could under the circumstances. Elaine had a lot on her plate, but she was with me in the end. Whitey Bones told me all about the golden keys. Wally was kidnapped. The voodoo lady disappeared. I unseated the reigning queen to become the last queen of Bermuda.
This looks a bit like Adventure Time, this sort of sketch right here.
I visited Herman Tooth.
Oh, Herman.
Cozy hermit cave.
He.
I hunted down all 5 golden keys. I wonder if I was supposed to keep them. We chased LeChuck
There
back
we
to
go.
Monkey Island again, and I tracked him down. Someone had devised
Coins.
a series of themed pirate monkey puzzles to keep out the unworthy. Elaine held off Flare Gory while I went into the monkey. I made this mock-up of the final puzzle. I think it's pretty neat. I found Wally.
Or Wally.
Wait, what's this?
R&D? The 2 designers, Ron Gilbert, Dave Grossman. What's in the note? Wow. This is really cool. I didn't think you'd get like a kind of note from the author. Okay. Let's read this. See what it says. June 18th, 2020. It would be nice if they had voices for this, but anyhow. Development won't start for another month or so, but we've been thinking about this for a while. Yeah, I mean, so this game came out September 2022, 2020, 2021, 22, 1, 2, so a little bit over 2 years. It seems like a good time to jot down a few thoughts and then stash them as a sort of time capsule to our future selves and what we're setting out to do with Return to Monkey Island. So this is kind of like a mission statement, it seems like. Who knows, we might learn something. Monkey Island has historically been a reflection of the lives of people who made the games. The Secret of Monkey Island was about a young person setting out to pursue an exciting career. As designers in our 20s, that's what we all were. I never thought about it that way, but yeah. You're like, oh, we're game designers. We're just starting out. It's, you're too dumb to know any better about how difficult it all is. The sequel, LeChuck's Revenge, was in many ways about the difficulties of making a sequel, or at least about what one does immediately after something that felt like it was a great success but went unnoticed by most of the world at large. Okay, right. So the second, the LucasArts adventure games, I think the first one that really sold a lot of copies, meaning like a lot, it was like Full Throttle, because by Tim Schafer, the whole biker angle made it really, I don't know, cross over to kind of more mainstream audiences in the way of the cool artwork by Peter Chan on the cover or whatever it is. And so he's referencing to Secret of Monkey Island, got great reviews, but didn't sell as well as like a King's Quest 6 or Leisure Suit Larry or that kind of, nothing against the Sierra games. In fact, I talk about Sierra games in my podcast, Sequelcast 2 and Friends. We're behind on the Sierra episodes, going through all the old games with Quest in the title mainly, their core franchises rather. But anyhow, they feel like probably kind of bitter maybe that, we were a success but no one notices us. And LeChuck's Revenge, I think, is the darkest of the Monkey Island games. Many years, 20 later, after Guybrush has gone on a couple of adventures with other teams with their own hopes and challenges, that means Curse of Monkey Island, the third one, Escape from Monkey Island, the fourth one, and Tales of Monkey Island, the fifth one. He set out to make Tales of Monkey Island. Oh, right, because Dave worked on Tales. Excuse me. He's talking about 3 and 4, and then Tales of Monkey Island was meant to be a story about trust, and it is. But what jumps out for most of us, it feels like a story about grown-ups. That's because we were, and Ron Gilbert worked a little bit doing consulting. Many of us were in the 40s back then, with children's and lives and a lumpy, encrusted layer of experience. That's a great way to describe life. And now they're in their 50s. We're all into our 50s now. We've had lengthy careers, made a lot of games, but Monkey Island still defines us to a certain degree, or at least in the minds of those who made that game a long time ago. See, that's capitalized. And when people are like, oh, these are game design legends, and so forth, capital L, right? That creates unfair expectations. It feels as if there's some unfinished business there. When the opportunity arose to come back to Monkey Island, we were pretty much on the same page as what we wanted to do. Guybrush, like us, is older now, and he's had a long and unreasonably successful career, but he is mostly associated with something that happened a long time ago, and that feels unfinished to him. The game is a goofy pirate adventure, same as always, but also it's a story about trying to recapture the past. Yeah, it's a lot of the reused old locations and people and stuff. And with its all the alleged youthful strength and glory, Guybrush will both succeed and fail at this. Yeah, and that's true. In the end of the game, it did. He will sort of get what he wants, but he won't be what he expected. And that's life, really. I mean, if you think you're going to get everything you want, you're going to be surprised. And if you think, or these are just my experiences I'm talking about here, but if you think you're, like I'm thinking like when I'm in college or when I was in high school, and I'm in my, just turned 40 recently, but you look at these things and are like, okay, what happened? I want to, write for a video game magazine or whatever it is I wanted to do. And then, did that end up happening? Well, sort of. I've gotten paid to write for some video game websites. I've gotten to design, help with design and marketing and writing of games, both in an independent capacity, either me with myself or I did my second game based on an unfilmed Uwe Boll script was done with a producer, Gary. Hi, if you're listening to this. And that was a great experience. And then did some work for, in a lot of capacities for games, when I worked for a game publisher and developer recently. Albeit in the, there's still games, it was in the crypto space, but I feel like I should disclose that, in case anybody's wondering. But, so, I did, and I am proud of this. I did achieve what I wanted, but it doesn't happen the way you think it will, or as fast as you think it will. And so it talks about Guybrush sort of get what he wants, but it won't be what we expected. I predict the same for all of us. And there's the signatures, Ron Gilbert and David Grossman. That's nice that he gets that little letter at the end. I'm glad I did that. Note to self, get more paper for the rest of my adventures. So yeah, we'll see other Monkey Island games. Will they be by Ron Gilbert? Will they be by his interpretation of what Monkey Island is? I don't know. And where do I go from here with these videos? I was on, the Monkey Island beat for a while. Before that, I was on the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster beat. So it seems like the retro game stuff is the bailiwick, which I enjoy. I enjoy playing those, talking about those, doing my analysis on the news is a quick, kind of easy way, boom, 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 to do it. Not easy, it's all work, but it's something I can do and fit in with my schedule and everything. I also write books and all these things, and if you liked what you saw, please give me a follow here. I think if I do streaming, I should do it maybe like once a day at a regular time to just get a consistent audience. And whether it's easier to get the affiliate threshold on Twitch or the one on YouTube, I'm not sure. But all right, anyway, this is Matt Bradley-Tschirgi. Hope you enjoyed me playing through Monkey Island. Oh, we got a visitor. We got my cat, one of my cats, Picard, right here. He is saying hello, and he's not happy, so I'll put him down. on my shoulder like a pirate. It's fitting like a parrot, excuse me. And he's going to leave. Bye-bye. Hope you like this, and that's it. Have a good one. Oh, thanks, Right Winner. Thanks for throwing something in there. Didn't even see your chat. Hope you liked what you saw. I was going to say hope it wasn't too spoiling, but it was the end of the game or me just kind of talking about the game. But thanks so much, and have until next time, have a good one.